Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
RT World News.
February 12, 5:15 America, New York. Trump fraud study yielded wrong result and got buried, WAPO. Research group reportedly hired by the ex-president's campaign found some voting anomalies, but not enough to dispute Biden's win. New York Times World News.
February 12, 5 o'clock America, New York. They are Russians fighting against their homeland. Here's why. In the Free Russia Legion, soldiers repelled by Vladimir Putin's invasion have taken arms against their home country, engaged in some of the most heated fighting in the war. Soldiers with the Free Russia Legion training this month in the Kyiv region in Ukraine in preparation to deploy to the front lines.
New York Times World News. February 12, 5 o'clock America, New York. A Yale professor suggested mass suicide for old people in Japan. What did he mean? Yusuke Narita says he is mainly addressing a growing effort to revamp Japan's age-based hierarchies. Still, he has pushed the country's hottest button. Yusuke Narita, wearing his signature eyeglasses with one round and one square lens.
Mirror World News.
February 12, 4:48 America, New York. Vladimir Putin's billionaire ally warns Ukraine war could last 2 more years. The head of the Wagner private army, which is fighting for the Kremlin against Ukraine, said it may take 2 years for Russia to complete their ultimate war goals. Washington Post World.
February 12, 4:40 America, New York. Turkey arrests building contractors 6 days after quakes. Turkish officials have detained or issued arrest warrants for some 130 people allegedly involved in the construction of buildings that toppled down and crushed their occupants when 2 earthquakes devastated southeast Turkey and northern Syria 6 days ago.
Mirror World News.
February 12, 4:28 America, New York. Teen pulled from earthquake rubble by Brit rescuers asks for Harry Potter books. The team leader of British rescue charity SARAID, Rob Davies, said a 15-year-old was rescued from the rubble in Turkey after 5 days and all that she was interested in was her Harry Potter books.
BBC News World.
February 12, 4:22 America, New York. Quake hit Turkey issues 113 building arrest warrants. Before the quake, there were amnesties for contractors who swerved regulations.
Mirror World News. February 12, 4:12 America, New York. Irish influencer Charlene Murphy viciously attacked while out for dinner. The court saw CCTV footage which appeared to show Charlene Murphy sitting at a table before being punched from behind and blood pouring from her head afterwards.
New York Times World News.
February 12, 3 o'clock America, New York. A spy balloon and a reporting trip to China, up in the air. A Times diplomatic correspondent was looking forward to a trip back to Beijing, until an international crisis erupted. China's spy balloon, which had an undercarriage the size of 3 school buses, drifted for several days across the United States before being shot down.
Washington Post World.
February 12, 2:53 America, New York. Earthquake in Turkey is only the latest tragedy for refugees. For Syrians and Ukrainians fleeing the violence back home, the earthquake that struck in Turkey and Syria is just the latest tragedy.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
February 12, 2:49 America, New York. Boy, 9, pulled out alive after 5 days underground in arms of his mother. In the wasteland that scars the center of Kahramanmaraş in Turkey, we watched a pair of rescuers perched in a digger's scoop as they investigated a great pile of concrete. Ridvan, Layla and Amp. #39. 9-year-old son.
Washington Post World.
February 12, 2:48 America, New York. Israeli police seal up home of Jerusalem attacker's family. Israeli police say that security personnel have sealed up the family home of a Palestinian man who careened his car into a Jerusalem bus stop, killing 3 Israelis and injuring several others.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/. February 11, 2201 America, New York. Humphrey and Mayu lead London Knights over Guelph Storm. The London Knights wrapped up 6 games in 9 days with their 8th win in a row. London Knights.
BBC News World.
February 11, 1938 America, New York. Namibia baby abandonment law. I wanted someone to take better care of my son. Namibia no longer prosecutes women who abandon their babies, but not everyone is aware of the new law.
BBC News World.
February 11, 1927 America, New York, the boxer who fled Iran seeking the freedom to fight. Exiled after competing in France while failing to wear a hijab, Sadaf Khatam says it is now her home.